That's what we're doing.
All right, if you guys take a look at this one-pager assignment, this is something that we did first semester. Remember we did this over Huckleberry Finn? Yeah. So the first thing I need you to do, you've got the white sheet of paper. This is what you're going to fill up with information. So at the top of it, what is the name of the story that you just read? The Law of Life by Jack London.
You finish that?
I don't know. I already know the story.
The Law of Life.
I already know the story, man.
Which story?
5 minutes?
So the Law of Life is just, take a look at the model on the back. The Law of Life by Jack London. London. I know, that says the giver. This is just an example of what it looks like. So now if you would get out your text, your interactive reader, who could tell me what page that was on? What was it, 268?
270.
270. So on Friday, you should have gotten through the rest of that story, finished up the marginalia, and that just means the stuff in the margins, where it's asking you some different questions. So to refresh your memory, the way the one-pager works is pretty simple. What you're going to do is, we're looking at the learning target for today. I can identify key passages that show the story's theme. Now, I know it's been like about a week, almost a week, but this is a story that is an example of naturalism, right? And what does naturalism, what's usually the subject matter of naturalism? Nature. And how does nature typically behave in naturalism? If you're a character out in the wilderness, what's going to happen to you? You're going to die. You're going to get attacked by wolves, something like that. And that's what this story was about. It was about, I guess he would be considered like an Eskimo, a native person from the Alaskan area. And remember what happens to him. His tribe has to move on because they've run out of food. And what is their tradition? If you're sick, you're old, you're young,
You get paid.
yeah, you're left to freeze. And when that story ended, what was probably going to be happening to him? Yeah, wolves. I think it was wolves, wasn't it? Yeah, so these, kind of can imagine this, as he's starting to die, he sees this pack of wolves that's kind of circling around him and waiting for him to die, and he'll return to nature himself in the form of food for wolves. It mentioned while they were leaving that there was a baby that was sick, and they were probably going to have to bury the baby to keep it from getting eaten by the, what was it, wolverines or weasels? Or
Weasels,
whatever it was.
rays,
Yeah, wolverines probably up there.
possums.
Okay, so what you're going to do is do some reprocessing of this story. You know that the theme of the story is that nature is very powerful and ultimately is not very nice. So that's, you kind of got a theme. So what I want you to do is pick out 2 quotations. And again, quotations don't have to be what somebody says, but just quotations, something that the author wrote. So 2 passages, and some of it might be already found for you, because if it's asking you questions to do some interpretation, you might be able to find a couple. So you're going to put the quotations on some, a couple different spots on there. Then you're going to provide an illustration. You're not even graded on your cards. Some of us are better than that, better than others. I'm pretty good at stick figures. That's about it. So some kind of an illustration. It might be a picture, like how you picture the guy being surrounded by the wolves, or what it looks like when his tribespeople are leaving him there. And then at the bottom, that's the most important part. The third part then is, what is your personal interpretation of it? You've chosen these quotes. What does this show? And so, again, look at the example that's given to you. This is from the giver. Different story, but the same type of thing. Okay, so you understand what you need to do. You should be able to get this finished by the end of the class period. Yes. You got 30 minutes.
So 2
You get right to
quotations
it.
when you draw a picture.
Yep.
Okay, any questions about what you need to do? Matt, how many quotes can I have? Two. How many personal interpretations are you going to write? One.
He's on perfectly rich.
In the picture. Okay, Victor, you can follow.